We've got that mommy magic. The Mother Show on Magic 89.9.
Friday the 13th, episode 4 of season 5.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
By the way, she's not late. She got in early. Actually, on time. Just in time.
Oh, no.
Right?
Yeah, she did.
I love
Right
it.
on
So,
time.
ladies and gentlemen, very, very stylish. She's a. I know she styles a lot of her friends, her kids.
Her kids.
She used to be a fashion editor. She's also part of the Baby Barangay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Bianca Reinoso Santiago on the show.
I'm not late, Wendleton. I'm calling you out. I'm here. Hi, guys.
She's
Hey,
here.
And
She's
you
here.
forgot, I'm part of the SOS.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So all three of us here in the booth, we all came from the South. So it's been a journey.
It is.
What a
Just
journey
to be
it has
here
been.
with you guys.
I know. So we are gonna talk to Bianca about. Okay, first things first. Let's get to know what kind of mom you are. You have two.
Right.
You have two.
I do.
And
Wow.
what are their ages?
Liana's 6 years old
Liana's
and one
6.
is 4. I have a girl and a boy.
She's
so
6 lang pala.
She is
Yeah.
in grade 1.
6 and 4.
And she's very responsible.
Okay.
Of course, you know that when the two meet, it's explosive.
She's the ate.
She's a very, very much an ate.
Okay.
That's
Well,
good.
my son, one is 4. He's in pre-kinder. Loves everything. Loves life. Like whenever he walks, it's not walking. It's jumping. It's
Aw,
running.
yeah.
He's a boy's boy. So I have a girly girl and I have a boy's boy, a tough boy. So a good mix. I'm like the mom in between who can transform,
Yeah.
play Barbie for 5 seconds, and then the 6 to 10 seconds, dinosaur na. But,
This is
yeah.
a talent.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I think we all learned that.
We
no?
all learned that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And this was part of the topic that we wanted to discuss today is because you have so many hats and so many things that you need to do.
Right.
So how do you have the mindset to keep on switching
my
from,
gosh.
okay, I'm going to do this.
Okay, being a
driver.
wife,
Right.
driver, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest, I wasn't ready for it. I didn't expect this to happen. I think like all
Which one?
moms.
Which one?
Like this whole plenty hats in one
Oh,
day or
yeah.
in 1 hour
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Parang before I had the notion of being a mom.
Yeah.
Because we've seen our titas, we've seen our
Oh, yeah.
moms who had 5 kids, 6
Yeah.
kids, and they're all like, wow, naka-blow dry.
Oo.
Early in the morning.
May
and
time
they're all,
sila. Yes.
Exactly.
Blow dry.
They're all chill and that, diba? And parang I felt when I became a mom, parang medyo duped eh, no? Parang
Oh.
it's harder.
It
like,
is.
I lost my mom earlier on, so I never had that type of mentoring or that guarding.
Yeah.
You know, the thing we always want to have when we have our moms. Diba? Na they're always there.
Yeah.
If you're busy or you're so
Yeah.
tired, drop the kids at your grandparents.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's like
right.
that. So I
Yeah.
never had that. So talagang when I became a mom, I was so shocked that this was
Ganto pala.
the life we already have right now. So I think I was just until today. I think until I stepped in the booth, I'm just literally winging it. Like you
I think
know,
everybody is.
exactly.
Yeah.
Parang there's really no good template, but basta makapasok si Wano on time, yes. You know?
Oo, no.
I love it because when you see Bianca and when you see her even live on Facebook,
Right.
she's like very chill, right? She's
Oh my
very
gosh.
like you make motherhood look so easy,
Right.
so relaxed,
Oh, thank
and
you.
so like
Stylish.
and stylish.
Right.
So when it comes to, I know you were a stylist before. So
yeah.
how did that change? Like
Wow.
I mean,
So what were you doing before you
yeah.
had
Right,
okay,
right,
let's
okay.
start with that first.
So pre-mom stage, I really was a working girl in the sense that I was never really corporate, but I did some marketing work. But most of my working history talaga really was based on fashion.
Okay.
I climbed up the ropes, if you could say, in terms of fashion publishing in the magazine world. So I was a fashion. How did I start? I was a fashion assistant.
Okay.
I literally had my first job with Pink magazine, styling 500 gowns.
Wow.
In one day, I had to
Okay.
pull that out and like I don't know. I didn't.
This is for
even,
prom.
That
Yeah.
diba? So you
Prom
know,
season.
very
Why will you pull out 500 dresses, diba? Prom season yan.
exactly. So
Yeah.
talagang
Candy girl talaga.
candy girl. Alam ni Andy kasi yun yung mga times.
Uy, hindi.
So
Okay.
yeah, I was from Pink, but I was more of ABS. So
Okay.
I stayed with. I was really a Kapamilya.
Wow! Kapamilya.
I did chalk and eventually that. Part tayo na sa bahay mo.
Oo nga, diba?
So yeah, but sorry.
Gusto ko yung I was a kapamilya.
Yeah, I was.
I'm gonna star that.
I know. No, but after that, parang it gave me so much breaks in terms of styling, which also opened doors for me. So
Yeah.
I got to meet friends that, they're artists,
Yeah.
they're actresses, and I styled shows. So basically, my day was, we're from the South, right? So you know how crazy that would be from South to Quezon City and ABS every day. So that was easier. Well,
Okay.
I was struggling already with the traffic. That was pre-mama days. And I thought, oh my gosh, eto na yun. Eto na yung pinaka, like, my work.
Ngarag.
Parang, okay, sige, but this is gonna give me, like, the type of self-worth that I want at the
Okay.
time. Like,
Okay.
parang I felt so good because I was working, I was building my name, and I felt good, like, styling 3 jobs in a day, and I end at 1 a.m. and then go home and go back again. But then when I became a mom, it was just very impossible to do it.
So you had to
Well,
stop.
I actually stayed for a year pa. When I had Liana, I remember she was like a few months old. I remember going to a Chalk magazine shoot. It
Okay.
was the cover of Julia Barreto pa.
Okay.
And she was like, oh, there's a baby. Para ko, yeah, I know. I don't even know why I'm here. But I felt like I needed to go. Yung ganon.
Okay.
Ganong level na parang I was confused. Kasi parang I felt that I can still do it. I can still have half of my past life
Yeah.
there as a fashion girl / working mom type, and let's try to make it happen. I was so aggressive in that sense. But then when my husband kind of realized na, ABS is far and I'm pumping kasi of course
Yeah.
I was pumping in between closing the magazine and shooting. And I remember the cubicles of ABS wasn't as big. So, pag may dumungaw, nakikita na yung may very cow-like sound na nangyayari. So, that was really hard. As in, nahihila talaga ako with what I was doing. So, well, we had that conscious decision to like really say, okay, let's try a freelance setup. Which actually worked for me in the sense that, especially now, as you can say, parang I get to choose the projects that I want to do.
Yeah.
And I don't feel bad as much as how I used to feel bad before saying no to projects. Because, when you become a mom,
Yeah.
the priorities change as well. So,
Yes.
like, just what I said, it's literally winging it. It's literally just going with the flow and prioritizing. And for me, I think I'm in that stage where family talaga is my priority.
Yeah.
Not just my kids, my dad who's sick also. Parang I fully trust, the energy that I have right now. That,
You're shifting.
yes. I was in denial earlier on.
Talaga?
Yeah. Like, I think coming from a super working girl, like, you know how fast-paced and how
Yes.
the
Yeah.
stress level of being in the fashion industry is. You really have to keep going. You need to land jobs,
Yeah.
to get more, of course, racket ka ng racket. That's life. Yung
Yeah.
ganon. So, it really took a toll on me. So, now, when I became a mom, it took a toll on me.
Another toll.
Wala naman nagsabi, ganito pala to.
Oo,
Ganon.
diba?
Yeah, I mean, physically, emotionally, there's so much changes that I think we all can relate to.
Yeah.
We have crying spells.
Yes.
1 minute, and then next thing, your kids will hug you and you're okay na.
Yeah.
Let's go for ice cream. Okay, game. Ganun na. Like, parang we're so...
I think it's harder also if you're freelance and if hawak mo yung time mo. Is because you can choose to be
Exactly.
immersed in this mom life for longer. Like, you don't
Yes.
need to be pulled out of it to work and have like this structure of like, let's say a 9 to 5 or something that you're looking forward to doing every day. So I think it's really hard.
Right.
But hey, you seem to be winging it pretty well.
Yeah, and
Right.
this guy, Raul Reynoso, sabi niya, ang ganda ng guest today. He's watching on Facebook, saying hi
was.
also to Nadine Padilla, who's listening.
Hey, Nats! I know her.
Michelle Peralta.
Oh my gosh,
Do you know
hi,
Michelle
Mitch.
also?
I know, those are my
Mai
co-moms.
Ilagan.
Yes, hi, Ma.
And yeah,
My
and
girls are
oh,
online.
cute. And Michelle goes, she's also an active volunteer of the
Yes.
Parents Association appreciation.
And sorry, I have to tell that's Raul's fault, by the way.
Which one? Which one?
I'm a very active co-parent.
Oh, okay, in school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm Liana's. Wait, how do you say this? I'm a section representative.
Oh, wow! President!
Kinaya ko pa, diba?
You play dami mong hats, Bianca.
That's the extra hat that I have.
Good ginusto mo yan, ah.
No, but actually, ginusto ni Raul yan. It was my husband who really wanted to be super active. So he actually wrote his name. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So the first time, I think we had a general...
Dude, this is so funny. This is so
This
funny.
is Raul Reinoso, I'm calling you. No,
He
so
wanted to be active.
He really wanted. He was like, no, let's put Liana in the morning class because I want to bring him to school. Done. He does. He's really such a good dad. He's He cries whenever he sees Liana. Like, feeling niya growing up. Sabi ko, wait ka lang. Wala pang debo yan.
She's just grade 6. Wait till she's like 18.
That's right. So, first time na we had a general assembly with my girls, Mitch, Mai, Nadine, he was like, babe, I can't make it. Can you go na lang? So I was like, okay, sure. I want to meet naman the girls also. I want to meet the moms, ganon. So when you were introducing ourselves, na, hi, I'm Bianca. I'm here for my husband because he's the one who volunteered to become the parent rep and he can't make it. So Mitch Peralta, our super mommy head goddess, ganon. She was like, no, alam mo, okay ka na. Mommy, ikaw na. So,
kaya pala.
Ganda.
But it was supposed to be Raul.
it was Raul, yeah. Galing, no?
I love how our husbands just like
I
write
know,
up our names and
right?
expect them,
Yeah.
and then pass it on to us.
Yeah.
Right?
It's always like that,
It's-
diba?
it's-
Whether it's like chores or stuff you need to do for the
Yan,
house.
patama. Hanep.
Ang aga!
Hanep. It's 9:49. The third voice you're hearing on the show is Bianca Santiago-Reinoso. We were talking about her and her husband's love journey.
So when did this start? What
Oh my
year?
gosh.
Because he's listening also. Baka kiligin
Oy,
siya.
baka you can call us, Raul.
Yeah,
it would be
Raul.
so much better. 6310899. No, but yeah, so you go way back.
Yeah, we were high school sweethearts.
I love it.
Yeah, we were together, I think, since the 4th year of our high school.
Senior year.
Senior year, sorry. It's, we went to La Salzabel, but we weren't really expecting that we'll end up like this long. Like, that was the time, I think, we got together. We were already applying for entrance exams, college entrance exams. And we didn't even talk about it. Like, parang, oh, where are you going? What exams did you take? And so we had no idea.
Sorry, wait. You and Raul, were you classmates in high school? Kasi
No.
diba ganun yun? Parang
We had I think our barkadas were, you know how big it is, diba? Like in the South, parang uso, especially in high school, you get this big barkada of girls and boys. We were in one group. So
one big
basically,
co-ed
yeah, we
group.
were in one.
Okay.
But he was like super snobbish. Hindi siya.
Oh.
We're opposites talaga. I'm
Okay.
super madaldal. I'm the outgoing one. He's the corner, being quiet.
Pero
being
gusto maging
moody.
parent rep, gano'n.
Yung gano'n, diba? Yung lalaban for parent. Lalaban sa games.
Okay.
He's the type now. Yeah. So, yeah, we weren't expecting we'd end up even seeing each other in college. So we were like the super chill couple lang na we take it a day at a time.
And you went to the same college.
And we did also. And I think it also helped because we're also from the same area. We're also from the South. And yeah, in spite of the oppositeness, the personalities, I think we jive eh. Parang there's there's teamwork in it. Especially now that, we're parents.
Then there are kids involved.
Yeah. It's hard, it's tough, but yeah, I think we're good.
How did things change between your relationship when you weren't married and now that you have kids?
Grabe.
Oh my
What a question. Yeah.
No,
that's
because
a good question.
also for Ricky, because
Right.
she met Martin and they were still in college, diba?
Yeah. No, speaking of Martin, he said, hi, Ate Bianca.
Oh my gosh, Martin.
Hi, Ate Bianca. Zubel represent daw. No, but yeah.
You
I
guys
met
should
Martin.
answer this because you've been in a relationship for a long time.
I met Martin after we graduated high school.
Oh my
See?
gosh, same.
Very similar. So
Yeah.
so, okay, so Ricky and Bianca. So how is it? Because a lot of people usually 2 years
Right.
they get. I mean, they
Right.
they get married right
They're
away.
sure, yeah, they're
Maiksi,
sure
diba?
of their partner.
Unlike you guys grew together as a couple,
Right.
like you
And as people,
as
no?
from
I really
teenagers
think
to
about
working
it.
people,
That's
and then to
true.
mom.
Exactly.
So how did that change, like your relationship wise?
Silence.
How did it change? It keeps changing. I feel like it keeps changing, and it's going to keep
Right.
changing.
Yeah.
I think there's a dynamic. There's a special dynamic when, especially now when you have kids, when they're babies, it's a special dynamic.
Super, yeah.
When they're toddlers and they're going to school, it's a special dynamic. I feel like when they start dating, it's going to be a special dynamic. I think the fact that we grew up together, like you said, and, you know, we went through all of these phases in life where there's high school and there's college and there's all these
Work.
work. The fact that you're able to shift together and still be okay
Is
means
nice.
that means that
Yeah.
it's a pretty solid foundation that, you know, I'm just hoping and praying talaga na it keeps up
Right.
for the long run. Am I making sense?
You know, I think, yes, you are actually. Kasi, you know, especially now, I think the kids, they know what they want. diba?
Yeah.
And if you're in high school, entering college, you even think of that.
Yeah.
Are we going to end up together? Do I see him for me forever? You know that? And
Yeah.
diba, it's uso. The breakups happen during those times and whatever, diba,
Yeah.
the breaks. So, I think with me and Raul, yes, we really made a lot of sense then and until now. In
Aw.
fact, that even we attended those, you know, the pre-K na thing and what's that, the marriage seminar.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were there overnight or for the weekend when we were so bored because we kind of knew each other already. Like parang we were, sorry, whoever's listening from the seminar, nagti-tic-tac-toe na lang kami ni Raul kasi like even the topics were okay, it was relatable, but for us kasi we like, I thought I knew him. He knows me. Like, parang we know what we want.
Yeah.
When we're stressed, we go to the beach. You know the thing, no? But when we became parents, it's a whole new journey talaga. It's like, I would think Raul would tell me that I really transformed into a monster. Kasi like, talagang, I was even scared of myself. You know, that type of thing. Kasi like what you said, it changes eh. You get into different life stages. And especially when a human being comes in, it's harder. It's new dynamics. And parang you get to realize that these people coming in are precious cargo.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
basically have one chance, right? You have to make it right. So, you're right. Like, it's different when there's a newborn stage and now with toddlers. Raul was that. He was we were smooth sailing until we became parents.
I get
we
that,
had to
yeah.
we had to like recalibrate our relationship in a way na we had to talk about it. We had to sit down and like say na, how do we want this to happen?
Yeah.
Right? So like, I remember when Liana was a newborn, he was ilag. He was so scared to hold Liana kasi for him, oh my gosh, ang
Fragile,
liit.
yeah.
Like, fragile baby, I can't carry this baby. She's my love, but I don't know how to do it. So, but now, as Liana's growing, as my son, also Juan is growing up, he's the one like even one time Juan fell. I think or it was Liana who fell. Oh my gosh, para kami nag-racing to get to Liana. As in, may nudge pa. Parang, hindi siya basketball Raul, no? Box out. Box out. Yun. Like, parang, wait, Liana doon. Just to get, of course, now he's more, I think we're shifting again.
Bumabawi na siya.
Yeah, as in, and he's owning it, like, really bad. Super stage dad naman. Which is good. I mean, so, like, I think you're right. It changes talaga. The dynamics change as the need changes also. I mean, as the need comes.
Yeah.
Ganon.
I love it.
Yeah.
You know, we should talk about marriage.
Marriage.
I like getting together. You know, I was going to say my next question would be like, since you've been together for so long and through all these challenges.
Sige, go.
No. Like, I'm going to leave this hanging. Sa totoo lang kasi.
Sige, go. Hanging question.
Mean, you've been together for so long.
Right.
Diba? And sometimes it's been, it's more like you're so used to each other.
Right.
But how do you keep that love
Keep
alive?
the fire
right? How
burning.
do you? I mean, it's different because you have to keep falling in love with each other every single day.
This is such a good question.
Right?
I love
and
that
how do you
asked
do
this.
that? You've been together for so long. I mean, I've been married for 6 years, so maybe together maybe like 7 or 8. But that's not like you guys, right?
When it's been years
Yeah.
and growing. Okay, Bianca, hold your answer.
Yeah. And also, if you're listening and you want to share,
Yeah.
let us know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Have you been with your high school sweetheart, your college sweetheart? How do you keep that love alive? Our topic just shifted. I love it. But 6310899 at the Mother Show PH. We're gonna play a song from 1999, which is the year that Bianca
What's
and
your
Raul-
What's your theme song?
what's your theme song?
with Raul? Maybe you can
I'll ask
dedicate it
him.
for him.
Parang
'Cause-
none.
Ah, sige.
Super tagal, wala na.
Bibigyan kita ng isa. Let's
reminisce.
Yeah, let's reminisce again. 1999. So we'll be back with we'll be
Raul.
back with more of. Oh wait, there's a caller. Should be.
Oh, okay,
answered.
let's do
Yeah,
it.
before we pause for a song break. Magic, hello.
Hi,
Hi. Who's this?
Raul.
this is Sammy.
Hi, Sammy.
Sammy, welcome to the show.
Hey.
What can
Hi,
we
guys.
do for you, Sammy?
What?
What can we do for you?
No, I was just trying to have a comment for a classmate who you ended up with.
Yes. Okay, tell us your story.
Well, I met my wife in college. We were going steady for our second year in college, and we've been together for almost 30 years.
Wow. Okay.
So that's 10 years in a steady, and then around, I think, 23 years. My wife's going to kill me because I don't have the right figure. But just the same, we've been going on for 3 decades or more.
3 decades. Grabe yung decades.
I know. So how is it?
What's the secret?
Yeah.
Friday night out.
Friday
I guess.
nights out.
Yeah. We made a commitment to our Fridays, Friday nights, and we can chill in a bar or maybe watch a movie or just eat out, or maybe stay at home and buy a bottle of wine and talk about anything, flashbacks or the kids or problems at work. Well, we try to veer away from problems at work because they never end. So we try to catch up with a relationship and all that. And my point is, it really never ends to discover your partner, because, like what I heard a while ago, you suddenly discover the monster inside you when you become a parent.
I love how that highlighted everything.
Or probably the angel in your wife when you become a parent. And there's so much dimension in each other's personality that sometimes people take for granted. They see that maybe they've seen enough. And maybe sometimes you'd like to think that you've seen enough. But if you hold on and try to keep the conversation going, the communication going, you will find something different.
Yeah.
Or if you don't find something different, you can make something different and spice up the whole thing.
Yeah. Deep. We went so deep. It's not even 11 in the morning. We went so deep,
I love
Sammy.
how he said, then you can spice it up and make it different. Can you just expound?
Yeah. Yan tayo, Andy eh.
Diba? No, because there's so many people, diba, who, like, all you hear are problems.
Yeah.
Right? It's always negative, but I want to hear from people that actually have survived through it, like 30 years. How do you do it, diba? So, how do you spice it up?
Well, it's a commitment to think as a couple, because I personally think that once you get into this circus, there's really no you anymore. But that's just a personal opinion. You have to think as a couple to make this work, because it's crazy out here with the kids and all that.
Yeah.
But if you think as a team, things are so much easier if you have that mindset. But if you think, no, I can do better than this, everything is all about compromise. You have to compromise. I guess that's the magic potion. If you don't compromise, then everybody loses. You, the partner, the kids, and then you question, what am I doing here? You know, compromise is a secret, I guess.
Accurate. Thank you, Sammy. That was a
Thank you.
that was a good call. Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
So much wisdom. Thank you.
What gets you going with 3 cups of coffee?
I think you gotta take it slow, and it's Friday. Have wine tonight with a wifey.
Yeah. We're going to Mercato tonight.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
Feast on some street food.
More power to you and the wife, Sammy. Thanks for calling.
Thank you for your time.
Bye.
Bye, Sammy.
Bye-bye.
It's 10:03. Should we pick up one more call?
Yeah,
Parang
go.
nawili ako sa... Gusto ko yung mga... Magic, hello?
Yes, thanks for picking up.
Oh, who's this?
Hi.
This is Nair. Gandang umaga.
Oy, Nair. Welcome back to the show, Nair. Magandang umaga. What's up?
Then, na-mention lang ni first caller yung compromise. Number 1 yan sa mag-asawa.
Number 1 ba?
Oo.
Pasensya
Pangalawa
kaya.
yung Pangalawa yung, actually, huli na nga yung love Yung respect.
Oy.
Respect.
Okay,
Number 1,
respect.
number 2 yung
Yes.
respect. Tapos, kasi ako hindi ako naniniwala dun sa mga long yung
LDR?
matagal naging boyfriend, girlfriend, tapos saka papakasal. Kasi I met my wife 2010, tapos ligaw-ligaw, official, naging 2011, May, tapos we got married same year, 2011, November.
Oh, wow, that was
so
fast.
we're going 8 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the thing is, actually dun sa 8 years, meron ng mga point in life na ayoko na! Ganon.
Alam mo, gusto ko yun.
Pag na himasmasan ka, ay, sorry, ganit lang ako. Hindi kasi diba, pero yung susunod ko dun sa respect, so, hindi nabanggit ni Sir sa amin. Pero nakakaingit siya, no? Na may Friday siya. Na committed sila sa Friday. Pero kasi, every year, 2 travel, isang local, isang international.
Okay.
Yun lang.
That's
Pero
nice.
yung
That's okay.
regular date na Friday, nakakaingit yun, ha?
Bakit? Iti gawin mo.
Oo, you can do it naman, di ba?
Hindi mo kaya?
Hindi, pag Friday night, gusto na lang namin matulog.
And then that can be your common activity on Friday. Matulog.
With the kids, kasi the thing about our lives bilang mag-asawa, kasama lang na, parehas kaming field work.
Mhm.
Tapos sila kids, naiiwan sila lola-lolo the whole day. Tapos kasama na lang namin sila gabi, tulog na.
Oh.
So, we make it a point na pag Sabado, Linggo, actually Friday night, nag-uumpisa ng Friday night, family time na talaga ako Friday night. Kaya wala na akong, kung merong mamag-aaya ng inom, negative na pag Friday night hanggang Monday na madaling araw.
But
Pero saka yung pinaka-importante, I don't know if it's part of everyone's, yung mga partner, yung sexy time. Yan ang hindi dapat nawawala.
Ano yun?
Kahit pagod.
Oo nga, ano yun?
I mean, schedule twice or once a week.
Wait, sorry.
Promise.
Naka-schedule yung sa inyo?
Of course.
Wow, okay. Well,
Kasi, pag yan ang nawala, mawawala yung yung gana.
Yung spark.
Or, kasi tao ka lang may mga pangangailangan. ganyan. So, I don't wanna go into deep,
Ay, naku,
Pero
Nair.
yun nga, sexy time. Sa akin yun.
Number, ano yun? 3.
Number
okay,
3.
number 3, okay.
Oo.
Ano yung number 4?
Marami pa Huwag na lang.
Sige, basta yan number 3. Basta importante, top 3 yung sexy time. It made the cut.
Wag mawawala yun at least once or twice a week.
Di ba we had Doc Rica here before?
Yeah.
Who was saying that's also in a marriage you should communicate your needs, your time to dedicate
Yes.
to to your partner.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yun lang.
Thanks, Nair.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat. Magandang umaga.
Magandang umaga. No, okay, so the question that we had, it was supposed to be a hanging question.
I love when people started calling, diba?
But, and don't you love it that they're two dads pa? Or husbands, right?
Husbands, yeah.
You'll be surprised in the mother show.
Right.
It's the dads that listen.
gosh.
Yes.
Demographic, as in target demographic.
Parang feeling ko this
dads.
is where they pick the brains of their wifeys eh.
This
Yes.
is
That's
their
why
each,
eh.
yeah,
they
ito na
know.
yun.
Parang, I don't think kasi like, if they talk to, like what they said, diba? Like the cutters, it's hard also to communicate.
Yeah.
Lalo na if the wife is at home, like she just wants to let go or blow off some steam, and then it's the husband.
Yeah.
Syempre the husband will wall up and like,
Yeah.
I came from work, I'm tired, I don't want to think about this. So maybe because of your show, they're getting insights in a better way.
Yeah.
Like this one, they're driving through traffic
Yeah.
instead of worrying about traffic. They'll
They're
listen.
eavesdropping, like Ricky said.
Now that you mentioned it, communication is actually on the top of
Right.
my priority list. If you were to ask me about how you keep things going after so many years, it's really
It
communication.
really is, yeah. That's very important for me too. Like I really told Raul, especially at this stage, we've been together for the longest time. Physically, we know how we move. Like for me, he doesn't even have to be in a close distance, but I can feel him already if he's mad or what. Siya hindi. I think the boys won't really super get it, but I think for girls, we're very emotional, we're
Yeah.
sensitive in that sense. But that's very important in a marriage, communication. Because if you don't really verbalize things, there's a gray area always.
Yeah.
And that's where the fights happen. That's where the miscoms happen. And it's harder. Kasi, like this one, in a day, you have kids from school, going home, the helpers. It's chaos if you don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's harder to sleep at night. Like what your caller said, pagod na eh, at the end of the day, even if you want to talk about it. So, parang constant communication within the day.
Yeah.
Or it's just-
And I think there are certain times of the day
Right.
that you have to pick.
Exactly.
It's not like, okay, he's up, let's talk about this, right? There's a
Right.
certain mood. I think, like, you kind of need to know the chemistry, right, in your relationship.
You do.
Right?
Communication at the top. It's 10:09. You still have Bianca Santiago-Reinoso with us, saying what's up to Jamie Lasiste,
What's up, Jamie?
to Little Liana, and to Joanna from Hey Joe. Is that Hey Joe? Is that-
Yeah.
I'd
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Yes, me too,
I'm
yes.
not wearing mine.
Hey, Joe girls.
Hey Joe. It's 10:09. We're bound for a break. We'll talk more, and you can please call us up if you've been
Yes.
together with your partner for years, or if you don't believe in that kind of thing. We still want to hear it. 6310899. Magic, hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Who's this?
Matthew.
Matthew. Welcome to the show, Matthew. What can we do for you?
I've been married for about 32 years.
32 years. Okay. What's that? Are you riding like a horse?
Oo nga eh. Or like, are you in front of the fan?
Pardon?
Sorry. Are you in front of a fan?
Yes.
Okay, can you step aside for a little bit because we can hear it? It sounds like you're riding a horse, diba?
Can you step away from the fan?
It's choppy, but anyway,
Okay, go ahead.
we met about a year before we got married. Actually, we decided to get married kind of early in life. And now we have 2 daughters. They're all adults already, actually. And then how we actually through the friendship is there. Plus, we each have our me time.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, that's
She has
important.
her friends from high school and college. And they go together. They go to Bangkok. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then on my part, I love to go fishing with my best friend. So every once a year, we go separate. Well, she's in Bangkok with her friends. I'm in and then 6 months later, we go out with the whole family. Things like that. I mean, we're not really that. No. Stay home. Be my wife. You know what I mean?
Stay home,
Be my
stay home,
wife.
be my wife.
Okay.
Yeah, because she works also.
Yeah.
So, and I work, so might as well. Because the point is, when I'm with her friends, I'm like a wallflower. I don't know what to talk about because
Yes, yes.
And then she hates fishing. So, so when we plan it, when she's going out with her friends, let's say go to Bangkok or sometimes the other time they went to Cambodia, I decided to go fishing with my best friend.
Yeah.
So something like that. It's give and take.
Yeah.
So it's also you saying, I think it also works for other couples to have time away from each other.
Individuality.
Right? Yes.
Yeah. That's true.
And to be okay with it. Alam mo
Yeah.
yun? Like, may
Yes,
mga
exactly.
times na...
I mean, and because we can do that, it's because we trust each other
Yes.
unconditionally.
Trust.
I mean, once you have that inkling of mistrust, nako, it won't work.
Yeah.
You'll just make a mess of your life.
You said you were married for 32 years, sir, right?
Yep.
32. Great insight. Thank you for the call.
Okay.
Thank you.
See you. Bye-bye.
10:23 is the time.
Galing.
Galing, no?
That's a goal for me. That's what I also plan. Like what Sir said, he's been married for 32, so they've been through it.
They know.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
I would love that, like to go on a solo trip. You know,
SOS.
You know what? I think right now we can't really see it because we have young kids.
Exactly.
But maybe in 10 years.
It might be one of those shifts
That's it.
that we
Yeah,
go through,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Where you're okay that,
you can live. The kids can stay home already because they're already just going to school the whole day. You know what I mean? They're
Yes.
settled at home and they're more responsible.
they're okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Saying hi and good morning to Nikki Yanong, who's listening. Really enjoying the program. Thank you very much.
Hi to Gerald also, who says hi to his son Seb. Hi, Gerald.
Hey, Seb. Thanks for
up?
listening. It's 10:24. We're getting calls about how to keep
I love it. So there's
marriage going.
communication, there's trust, and then there's sexy time.
Sexy
from
time.
there.
Yeah, that was a... Yeah.
Sexy time.
Sexy time. Non-negotiable. 63108 and a magic hello. Hi, who's this? V, could you turn down your radio just a tad bit, please?
There.
Okay. Yes. Oh, still not enough.
There.
Okay.
Yes.
Sige.
Thank you.
Hi, morning.
Good morning.
Rob, I just read this somewhere. It's a quote from Kevin Bacon that says, he's been married to Kira Sedgwick for a while now.
Okay.
It's the key to their relationship, which I sort of apply to my own marriage. I've only been married 2 plus almost 3 years, but we've been together 7 years. So it says you have to keep the fight clean and the lovemaking dirty. So,
Wow! You gotta
Kevin
keep
Bacon.
the fight clean and the love making dirty. Wow.
yes.
Okay, we're gonna end the show right there.
Keep the fight clean, but the love making dirty.
Right. And I guess what I can say is, after all these years, I still have a crush on my husband. So,
Aw, that's nice.
So I guess it's a huge thing. The attraction is still there, and I read and I take it from a lot of couples that, and according to Lucy Torres as well, you know, she keeps herself attractive for Richard. So things like that.
Take care of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, you make effort for. But yeah, I also believe in the communication part and the friendship part. So
Yeah.
we get along so well, my husband and I. So it's crazy. So I just wish for the same for all the married couples.
Yeah.
out there.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. That's great. Thank you so much, B.
Thank you.
For your
Take
call.
care.
It's 10:26. Oh no.
Yeah.
See, do you follow Kristen Bell on Instagram?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Veronica Mars.
I love them with Dak Shepard.
Yeah, so
they're
she-
like people call them parents, right?
Yes, yeah. So, she posted a picture of her and Dak Shepard, and the caption was parang, Starks in the streets, wildlings in the sheets. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
So parang, right? Right?
That's so, yeah.
All right, cool. That's great.
Got
That's
it.
great. Yeah, but yeah, I get. So that's another
I know,
tick for sexy time, I'm
and
guessing.
I can imagine Delamar if she was here. She
If
would
she
be
was.
with, you gotta release your goddess in the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Doc Rica would say the same thing as well.
Yeah.
In fact, when we had Doc Rica, do you know Doc Rica, Bianca?
Yes.
So Doc Rica
Familiar.
Cruz, we had her, I think, last season, and we were talking about it, that if people had good sex, the world would be a better place.
I think so. Yeah.
Right?
There's less, I don't know.
Evil.
Yeah.
Less evil in the world.
Just
If
happy.
people
That's
were
right.
just happy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's 10:27. Saying good morning to the NBA Philippines office. They're currently tuned into the Mother Show.
Hello.
To Jandrick, to Donna. Thank you very much.
Hey, Jan.
10:27. Magic, hello.
I love how our topic just
I know.
shifts, diba? Hi.
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
Hi, I'm Sam.
Hi, Sam. Welcome to the show.
Yes, I'm calling about the mother. I forgot the title of the show.
Mother Show.
The Mother Show.
Yes. Hi.
Yeah, so it's my first time to call.
Okay. What can we do for you, Sam?
Yes, I wanted to participate in the Q&A.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
go ahead. Yes.
What keeps you... Are you married, Sam?
Yes, I am.
How many years?
11 years.
11 years.
Okay.
Okay.
So what is your relationship to a healthy... what did I say? What is your secret to a long and healthy relationship?
Well, before we got married, we've been together for 6 years. So we've been together as a couple for about 17 years now.
Okay.
And the thing is, our relationship evolved for the past 17 years. So in the beginning, we were quite immature, I'd say. We had a lot of fun together. We were friends and loyal to each other, but we had occasional fights. Now,
Okay.
I think the secret to a long marriage, despite fights, is that we are able to change for the better. We accept constructive feedback or criticism from each other. So we had to be, the concept of good faith is when your husband or your partner criticizes you,
Okay.
you take it as something good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I get to criticize him, he gets to criticize me, and then sometimes over the past years, bumabaliktad.
Okay.
Yeah, so when we disagree on something, like when I say I want to go to Makati, and he says he wants to go to Muntinlupa, after a few minutes, baliktad na. I'm going to say Muntinlupa, and then siya na yung Makati. So that's what happens.
Compromise.
And sometimes, yeah, kasi we always try to listen to what the other is saying.
Yeah.
Na minsan, bumabaliktad na. But I think the secret is that you listen. You assume that your
Listen.
partner is not arguing with you for the sake of arguing.
Yes.
He or she means well, always.
Uh-huh.
And, for us kasi, I was able to change for the better, and I'm happy about the way I've changed. And also, I see that change in him. So, over time, less and less yung
Fights,
argument.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
So, I think that's it. Good faith and
Yeah.
accepting constructive feedback. So that's what makes a relationship work. That is, of course, on top of everything that was already discussed over the past
Oh, yeah.
few hours.
Yeah.
With trust, communication, and all that. But I think good faith also.
Yeah.
That's
Because
true.
sometimes
Yeah.
we become defensive, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
When we get criticized. So I think dapat hindi.
Yeah. If it's coming from a good place, right?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
it's like from your spouse.
So
from
actually
your
always
partner.
believe that you're coming from a good place. And also on your part, ganun din, don't criticize them from a bad place, di ba? No name calling.
Yes. I think that's also important. No name calling.
Yeah.
Yeah. No foul
You just
words.
criticize the action and know that it
Yes.
doesn't define the person.
Mm-hmm.
Diba? We all make mistakes naman.
That's better said than done, but I mean,
Yeah, that's
it
so
makes sense.
hard.
Yeah, it is.
It is so hard.
It's
really
so hard
is.
that you have to always keep catch yourself. You have to check yourself.
Yeah.
But when you have 2 kids and they're running around and they're sick and all that, you just want to scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, we got it, Sam. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for
Thank
your
you, too.
call.
Bye.
It's 10:31. Listen. That's also nice.
I remember a good friend telling me about a good tip that, whenever you're talking to your spouse, instead of saying, you're like, parang don't point fingers. Just use the term of like, start with I feel. Just
Oh.
talk based on your
Yes,
feelings
you know
and
what?
your emotions.
That matters, to a guy.
feel like-
And rather than nagging, I
Instead
heard...
of, ikaw, ganto ka, like
Yeah.
that. I think if you shift how you talk to them and base it on how you feel, I think it's more approachable.
Yeah.
Hindi siya attack.
Yes,
It's not
no,
attack.
not an
Parang
attack,
you
yeah.
have to say, you know what? I would appreciate it
Yes.
if you would do this.
Right.
And this is how I feel. Rather than, you know what? Ito yung ginawa mo eh.
Yeah.
Right?
Kasi for some reason, they're wired to tune out na kagad if
Yeah.
it's like that, no? And they won't absorb it as much. It's 10:32.
This is a good tip for wives, If you want your
Yeah.
husband to do something,
Approach
Diba?
it very lovingly. I feel. Are you guys ready to answer a question, Bianca and Andy?
I'm
We
scared.
have a
Okay.
question from Charlie.
Okay.
He goes, question, how do you get past a very tough challenge in a marriage wherein one cheated and the trust has been broken, but both of you decided to work on the marriage?
Oh.
And both of you know it's very hard to move forward. How do you really forgive and forget?
Oh, wow.
Dun, dun, dun.
can we take a break first and think about this?
Yes. Again, so we're going to
Yeah.
pose the question to everybody else. If you have any
Wow.
tips for this listener, again, question, how do you get past a very tough challenge in a marriage wherein one cheated and the trust has been broken, but you've decided to work on the marriage? You know it's very hard, but how do you really forgive and forget?
So it's the wife that cheated. Yes.
Maybe he's asking for himself. I don't know. Basta one of them.
Okay.
Let's not nalang label, but
Right.
it's a infidelity issue, but you've both decided to work on it. How do you really forgive and forget? I also need to know if you have kids. So
Yeah,
just
it
let
would
me know.
it would make a difference. Also, if you have been in that situation
Yeah.
and you've worked it through.
You don't need to tell us your name. You can
Yeah.
call us up.
Uh-huh.
Be completely anonymous, 6310899. Again, Bianca Reinoso is with us. She's going to be joining us. Are you going to be here the whole time? Parang
Sure.
comfy na comfy.
Ano nangyayari
Comfy
na?
na comfy ka dyan,
From style
Wait,
tips
we,
to...
we gotta get to those style tips. Maybe we'll get to them later. We haven't even talked about it.
Ang dami pa nating coconut water sa labas from Kawayan. So just make
Maglabas
yourself
na tayo ng
comfortable.
red coffee.
I know.
Ay, nako.
Hi.
Who is this?
I'd like to answer that question regarding infidelity.
Whoa.
Yes.
Who is this?
Yeah, hi. This is Miss Tony Miranda.
Miss Tony Miranda. Go ahead, Miss Tony.
Okay, so in my case, in my marriage, I was the one who cheated on my husband for many times and for more than 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sorry, did you say many times for more than 10 years?
yes.
How many years?
Many.
How many years were you
We are
married?
married now for 23 years, turning 23 on September.
Okay.
September 28. So, one will not be able to stop this, meaning it's a habit if they did not understand the root cause, which normally happens during our childhood.
Okay.
Meaning our tendency to cheat on our husband is actually a form of coping mechanism. That's what I discovered and learned with my pattern.
Okay.
So for every emptiness, every emptiness that we have or unmet desire, we create a substitute. And most of the time, affairs and infidelity can serve as our substitute.
Okay.
For example, when we were younger, let's say we don't have attention, recognition, validation, and then if our husbands cannot fill that up, we automatically tend to in
Look for
secretly,
it somewhere else.
you find that somewhere else.
Okay.
But the thing is, there's also such thing as faith and values. But sometimes, since the need to fill in is too much and too deep, we tend to have a blind spot on the area of faith and values.
Okay, sorry.
Until we are no longer aware that we're hurting already people around us, especially our children, and of course our spouse, even if they don't know yet because it's kept in secret, we are actually hurting them. Now, the decision to confess, which I did, is out of conviction from what I read in the Bible, that everything has a consequence, and our sins has a consequence up to the fourth generation. It was easy to brush it off. It was easy to actually ignore it, to temporarily fill in the emptiness, because most of us, or most of those who are still there in affair or adultery, I call it adultery, they try to ignore the reality and just entertain the temporary happiness or the temporary entertainment it gives them to suit the whatever excuses, rationalization, and we tend to justify that our spouse is not enough, our spouse is incapable, and all the complaints that we have. That was me before. I judged my husband. I found him complacent and not earning enough. And believe me, I have so much, or a long list to justify, minimize, and rationalize my infidelity. But the thing is, reality bites when I learned and discovered in the Bible that what I'm doing now definitely what I was doing then have a consequence on my children and the next generation.
How many children do you have, Tony?
Huh?
How many children do you have?
Okay, now I have 2 children. They're now actually 22 and 20. But I decided to confess 3 years ago out of conviction. And I know very well years ago when I was doing this that it is actually wrong. But it's just that as long as I can keep it in secret, and this is one thing that I discovered, when you are not prayerful, when you are not reading the Bible, you tend to be swallowed by the world that, you need that, you deserve that, you deserve a good man for you, but everything is deception, everything is a lie. And I'm happy that I attended Bible study that led me really see the reality that, number 1, it's not honoring God. Number 2, it's never about me. And number 3, there are consequences for my actions.
Okay, so
when I decided to confess, it's not easy because here in our society, it's normally male and not female, right, doing that. And I already have a status, and when it comes to reputation, if we will just think about ourselves, reputation, gain, and everything, you will not come out in the open. And if you will also entertain the threats being given by the third party for you not to come out in the open, I would not. But I just held on to the truth that, God is above all. It's that He has designed so much more for me. I am not, what I was doing was not His design for me as a woman.
Yeah.
I'm not able to do my I wasn't able to embrace my talent, my gifting, because I was living a dual life. I was hypocrite.
Okay,
my expertise, or what we call the talent, is not really coming out well because I'm doing something in secret, and I know, even if people doesn't know, I know, I'm not right.
So Tony,
when I decided to,
you said that you told your husband 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, so 3 years ago, it was a really turning point, and it was a major decision to come out in the open, because if I will allow fear to creep in, my fear was, I will lose my family, I will lose my children, they will hate me, I will stumble them in their faith, my relatives will, of course, might ridicule me, and, when you entertain fear, everything will just scare you. So I just focused. How I did it was just to first understand what really happened to me, what happened during childhood that led me to this kind of a desire, and understand also the truth of who I am, who created me. So since God is perfect, which means I am not a mistake.
Okay, wait, sorry, Tony. So sorry, So 3 years ago, you told your husband about your infidelity. How is it today, present time?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I confessed to him, and you know what, I wasn't even aware the day that I confessed to him was our anniversary. So it must have been very painful. But for some reason, I judged him. But what I didn't know is that he also loved God too much, that he forgave me instantly at that night when I confessed to him. And afterwards, that's why I wanted to call to answer regarding moving forward. Yes, he has forgiven me, but of course, we're just human. He had a hard time healing. That's why I would suggest how we did it. I mean, I wanted to share how we did it. First, we need to acknowledge that we really have no power over pain because we are emotional, we're just human. So we really needed to, to surrender everything to God to help us get through the day-to-day. He's been crying all night, and up to maybe 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and he needs to wake up at 6.
Until now? No.
That was the time. Sure, I mean, maybe 3 years ago. The second step is to really sit down and understand everything, his story of childhood, your story of childhood. And the third step is to ask a godly, at least couple or we call it the marriage counselor, to guide you, because there may be blind spots that you don't see. For example, on my side, I would say yes, because this is what I needed, but you were not responsible enough to give it. And then, of course, on his side also, yes, but I needed respect, but you were careless. At least a marriage counselor could guide you see both sides in a right perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know.
And then what I noticed my husband did, which I really, appreciated, is he never looked back. He never looked
brought
back
it up.
at any of the details. He never, because for him, moving forward is moving forward. Mistake cannot be undone. But of course, on my side, there's also big commitment and discipline to change. Because when you apologize, when you ask forgiveness, it should be really coming from the heart, and there should be a resolve to change and be disciplined of the change, meaning like changing all your phone, not talking anymore to the third party, and also, being disciplined with the future, meaning as you go along, deal with men, or deal with day-to-day transaction, I made the resolve not to keep any secret anymore. Such things like when somebody greeted you in text, sometimes, and most of the time, I know our listeners knows this, you tend to flirt in secret, and you just think, oh no, nobody knows anyway that I'm replying. And in my case, I really made sure that even in any action or how I respond in social media or even in secret, I will be honoring my husband and God. You see, affairs don't just start just like that. No, it starts from small steps like being together with the opposite sex in car, in a carpool, always being together in lunch break. Everything starts from small steps without you knowing it. But as you allow it, it will happen. Meaning, not all has really this good discipline when it comes to faithfulness. Same with text messages and small meetups. You have to be cautious and wake up to reality that you're married. So you need to also learn how to say no. You need to put boundaries, and of course, you need to be prayerful because we need also protection. And what I also mentioned earlier is we need to know also our desires that were not met, because once you meet a guy who is perfectly formulated to fill in your emptiness, you're now in danger not all are aware. It normally comes through a friendship, or I like being with the guys they have said. He understands me, but the thing is, we're not aware that it's starting already. I hope answers.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Tony.
Marriage, marriage is a blessing.
Yes.
So let's not allow people and our weakness to just break it and destroy it.
Yeah. Well we're so happy that you and your husband worked it out.
Yeah.
And you came to this realization, right?
Right.
So thank you for sharing your story.
To my children.
Okay.
Wow.
So that everything will be okay. Right. It's not easy, but we're slowly healing by God's grace. And thank you for taking my call.
Thanks,
Thank
Tony.
you. Thank you, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Welcome.
Oh, wow.
Bianca, any words?
Hi, guys.
Any words?
Any words?
It's
I actually did not think of it that way, that there's past experiences about the void and how there's an empty space, and if you don't fill it, that's how it starts.
That's why when we were talking, communication is always key.
And you should
Diba?
practice it when you're starting pa lang. That you're
Yeah.
openly communicating what you want, what you don't want, what makes you happy,
Because
what
it's
you're
an up
looking
and
for.
it's a roller coaster. It's
It
not
is.
forever gonna be all happy and giddy
Yeah.
and kilig, diba?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, there's a certain point in your marriage where you're probably gonna feel like you're so tired and you need this from your husband, and sometimes your husband doesn't know what to give you, so you have to communicate.
Yeah.
Diba?
I think parang don't wait long enough.
Yes.
Parang put the fire out right away. If you feel something, if you feel that, your spouse isn't making that much, communicate it na or find
Yeah.
ways. That's why parang marriage is precious. You work as a team.
That's what
Yeah.
that's what Tony said. Yeah,
Right?
marriage
So,
is a blessing. So
Actually, props to her husband for not even bringing it up anymore.
big
know,
person,
you know,
big person
yes.
right there.
Wow.
I mean-
what a man.
Yeah, what a man.
What a man.
Obviously, they're both blessed to have each other because they
Yeah.
want to make the relationship work for their kids as well, for their families. That's a big move. I
But
think.
imagine like your spouse coming home and said,
Right.
Biglang
on
sitting
your
you down.
anniversary, on your anniversary, saying,
Blindside.
I cheated on you, not just once, but many times throughout the years.
Over like 10 years. I'm sorry.
And you're just like,
that's great.
Right? Like, imagine popping out when you're talking.
Yeah.
You're nagkakainisan
Yeah.
random day, diba? Random time of the day. You can basically bring it up, diba? Just to spite or out of nowhere, diba?
Yeah.
Ikaw nga.
Shit explosive,
diba?
yeah.
But he never did that. That's
but I like how Tony said that, it all starts with little things, right? Sometimes your old crush might have just like messaged you on Instagram
You
and
flirt
DM'd
a
saying,
little
"Hey,
bit,
you're still
yeah.
looking good," diba? And it could start a whole thing, or you could just
Right.
end it right there and say, "Hey, thank you."
Right.
So, to our first listener who tweeted us about the question, he goes, I think Tony's situation's an outlier, a happy ending to a bad situation, but mine's not like that. We're already past acknowledgement and forgiveness, quote unquote. But every now and then there are triggers and trust issues, even if in reality nothing wrong is being done. So they're just triggers and trust issues. But that's the price you pay
Right.
for.
Yeah.
This is something that you go through. It's not easy.
I think, another thing is healing isn't really linear. Mm-hmm. It's not like you expect to heal overnight or in a couple of years. It'll take time.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in it, in the relationship, in the marriage, and you want to make it work.
Yeah.
You have to give it some time also. Maybe this is
Years.
diba?
Yeah.
This might be a great time to, I don't know, get to know each other again. Parang
Yes.
it's reintroduction
Yes.
Parang you're gonna
It's
have
like it's like starting over.
exactly.
It is exactly
Yeah.
like starting over.
Right.
Wow,
if
so many calls.
somebody, if you asked me though this question, like how do you really forgive and forget? I would go with the facts first. Like, okay, so did you love her? Where did you see each other? As in,
Yeah.
he has to be okay to tell you all of the facts. Because if he's hiding something else,
Right.
diba? You already, if you're thinking, oh, I shouldn't tell her like these details because it might hurt her more. The damage has already been done.
Right.
So might as well know everything.
The fact that you can tell me everything, like friends,
Right.
friends, and tell me how it started. Was I not emotionally available for you at this time? Like, was it? I think that's like one of the key actions that you can take after something like
I'd
this.
have to agree with you on that. Like, siguro if I got cheated on, I want to know everything.
Yeah.
So I can move on. Because if he's hiding something from me, and I'll hear it from someone else, or I'll know it.
That's worse.
It's harder. Like,
So
here
much
you are.
worse.
You're parang giving it another chance, and you'll hear something else from another person. That's harder to, process on your own. It's hard. I mean,
Better na if you're talking about it na kayong dalawa lang.
Exactly.
This is what happened. But again, you'd have to be solid. You'd have to have that groundwork in your relationip,
Right.
friends and your trust.
Whew, heavy.
Ano nangyari sa 24-hour-a-day planning? Anong to?
And styling.
Oh my gosh.
And
Ano yung
marriage
styling?
and cheating and dealing with oh my
Mag-e-end
goodness.
na yung
Okay,
show.
wait.
Magic, hello?
Ayan, maiksi lang, sinara
Okay.
lang ulit.
Okay,
Kasi
go.
nag-retweet pa or nag-message pa ulit si Carlo ba? Tama
Si
ba?
Charlie. Ano, na-trigger ka ba, Nair? Ano nangyari? Ba't ka
Hindi,
tumawag ulit?
Natatawa lang ako na nag-pass na sila ng acknowledgement, etc. pero bumabalik. Halika nga dito, hug kita. Ginawa mo Natural, talagang mahihirap. Siguro madaling magpatawad, pero hindi makakalimutan yun.
Yes.
So, payo ko lang sa'yo, kaibigan, pagtrabahuhan mo.
Yes.
Hindi makakalimutan niya. Mapapatawad ka niya, pero hindi makakalimutan niya. Wag mo walang forgive and forget. Mahirap yung forget na sinasabi mo. Kailangan mo lang magtrabaho ulit. Kasi wala na binasag mo na yung tiwala
That's
Kung kailangan mong ligawan siya, katulad ng stage 1 o day 1 na ginagawa mo, gawin mo ulit.
Tama.
Kasi talagang masusumbatan at masusumbatan ka.
Ay!
Hassle no,
Yun
Nair.
Ay,
Bigat.
thank you,
Yun lang,
Nair.
maiksi lang. Salamat.
Bigat. Thank you.
It's just true. It leads back to starting over all over again.
That's why if you're a young person and you're listening to this and you have a boyfriend or you have a girlfriend, how solid is your relationship, diba? How solid.
Faithfulness, right?
Think about it.
Yeah, loyalty.
How
How loyal are you?
How solid. Saying hi to my mom who's
Oh my
listening.
goodness.
She loves Nair. Love that caller, she said. Hi, Mom. Saying hi as well to Nikki
Hi,
Garcia.
Nikki.
Hey, Nick.
I was gonna say Nikki Bento.
Nikki Bento.
No.
I just watched Working Moms. Okay, I was telling Andy and Bianca off air. You have to
this is
watch
Netflix,
Working
right?
Moms.
I
It's
should.
such a good series.
Okay, so are we gonna continue with this topic? Kasi madaming tumatawa. Or are we what?
You wanna carry
Okay,
this over?
let's get more.
Hello, Magic. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, can you turn down your radio, please?
Where?
Okay, much better. What's your name?
All right. So I'm Jamie.
Jamie, welcome
You
to
can
the
call
show.
me Jamie. All right. Hello.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So fast lang, no. In my case, I learned that I was being cheated on because I noticed that I've been having discharges. No, and I went to see a doctor, and it was kind of confirmed that I had STD. So I was really wondering how did it happen. So I only had one partner.
Okay.
So that's when I found out about the
cheating.
infidelity. So you
my
can see the
gosh.
gravity of how painful it was.
Yeah.
But then at that point, I took a step back and tried to figure out what's the reason why he cheated. Because it's important. Aside from the acknowledgement and the forgiveness, you have to understand why your partner chose to go for other choices.
Yeah. I
No.
agree. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So from that point on, it became easier, to try to move past that. What happened? No, it's not easy. It was a constant, back and forth situation. No, I asked for all the details: what you did, who she was, where did you do it,
Okay.
even possession. No, just
Wow.
for me to acknowledge na he was really sorry. He's trying to make me feel na okay, last detail na to, wala na talaga akong tinatago. So at this point, we're better, no? Everything will be, will slowly go back to how it was. You just have to understand that it's not easy. It's important for your partners to recognize na what they did was wrong, and there will never be an adequate reason for them to cheat.
Yeah.
However, that's the reality. We're all human. We make bad decisions. So acknowledgement is one thing, but understanding why they did it is another.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yan lang. So
Yeah.
once it's done, once you understand why your partner did it, it gets easier along the way. And sometime in the future, you'll get used to it. Tama yung senior
Yes.
that you can never forget. You can never
forget what happened. You'll just get used to the constant reminders. And then it will be up to you to try to avoid or not recognize all those triggers. Because you know where it will, saan ba? You know where the conversation will go. Mag-aaway at mag-aaway lang kayo.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's my take on it.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much, Jamie.
Thank
What a
you,
story.
Jamie.
All right.
Thank you for sharing.
Okay.
She's the best. It's 11:07. Remember last week, Andy, we were talking about
homeschool
this episode.
Yes.
Yeah, and we were like, you know what? Let's go for something light. Let's have Bianca on to talk about style.
But you know what? These
So
are the
much for
issues.
that.
No,
Yeah.
but these are the
Yeah.
issues that people deal with every day that we don't know because maybe we don't have friends that talk about it or people
Yeah.
are not open about it.
Yeah.
Diba?
And the thing that I love about this show is that you can call and nobody will know you. Or you can email and we won't reveal your name.
Yes.
Or you can tweet or you can, it's thank you so much for sharing your heart with us. We have a couple of other helplines which you can, if you have
helpline.
Yeah, no, because so many people are offering their advice, diba?
That's true.
Somebody says, I don't really believe in forgive and forget. I'm more of a forgive and learn from it type. I've had to think a lot of times if he really deserves a second chance. The one who cheated should really make an effort to earn your trust. So it's not easy. It may take months or years, but no matter what or no matter how difficult it could be, he or she should be ready to endure if the sincerity to mend the relationship is really there. The partner whose trust has been broken should weigh in as well if the pros outweigh the cons. Since they're married first, they should pray over it and ask God's guidance. Falling in love is easy, but staying in the relationship is the hard part. There's no perfect relationship. If you'll ask seemingly perfect couples out there, trust me, they went through something as hard AF. Yeah, so it's another...
Yeah.
You really have to make hugot.
And also, like, what goes into the mind of the person that
cheated?
No, like, how do I say this? Like, the mind of the one that wasn't cheated on, right? Like, wasn't I enough for you?
Yeah,
you know, like that about what did I do?
What was it? No, that's what Jamie was saying. Na she needed to know why it happened.
Yeah,
and that's something that if you're the one who cheated, you should be prepared to answer honestly if you really want to keep that relationship going. No matter how painful it might be to the other person, if your answer is because you weren't there for me when I needed you, then you should still say it if you're really willing to fix that relationship. Heavy, no?
Heavy. I hope if you're in the car listening, I hope this hits you.
No,
whatever.
Whoever.
Yeah, whoever. I hope this hits you. This is for you.
Yeah,
this is a sign.
I think, was it Tony who said it?
Yeah.
If you can't also patch things up between the two of you, get a marriage counselor to interview.
Yeah.
I think it helps that there's also someone, a professional can come in already.
Yes. Yeah.
If you want to save the relationship and, it's just going back and forth between the two of you, I think a professional can help and, maybe try it out. I mean...
Yeah. We see Doc Rica's also, I think she's also a marriage counselor. Or psychiatrist.
Yeah, we should get a marriage counselor next time.
We should.
That would be fun.
I think that would be.
Now
really
we should
good.
switch to style.
Let's do that,
Let's
man.
switch to style, guys.
It's 11:10, you guys. We're gonna say goodbye to this topic.
Yes. Well, you know what? We'll
thank
continue
you.
this with a professional.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
these are we're
Marriage.
3 moms.
Marriage is a.
It would be nice to talk to someone who actually has talked to other people about it and how they resolved it, how things really go.
Yeah, right. It's a tricky topic. We weren't prepared for that today, but we just wrapped up an extensive discussion about infidelities in a marriage and cheating. So we hope that Charlie over Twitter is feeling a lot better. Hopefully we helped you.
If you're going through something similar or you cheated on your wife or your husband, I mean,
trying to fix it. Yeah. Bright spot. If you're thinking it's going to get better in time, it might take a while. Yeah. But if you're both naman decidido on fixing it. Yeah. Yeah, so
I
good
think
luck
it really
to you
depends.
guys. It really
if you want to
does.
work it out still or if you want to just
But hey, we loved your stories. If you have anything else that you want to share with us, we could start a topic all together. You can email us. It's tothemothershow@gmail.com. Again, tothemothershow@gmail.com.
Yes.
So Bianca, you're a
How
stylist.
are you?
Hi, guys.
Yes. How?
So you're a stylist, right?
I think I am.
You kind of forgot everything because I was saying off air, how do you recover from that, right?
Yeah.
Whew.
You just
gotta move on, I guess.
Forgive and forget. That's what you do. No, so it's 11:18. Again, Bianca, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's fun.
It
Super.
was,
It's
right?
Really, yeah.
Yeah. All
Thanks
these
also.
topics.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So if you're still doing freelance, right?
Yes, I do. But like what I said earlier, I pick it already because, well, I prioritize the kids, my family right now. So, yeah, and aside from that, we have rackets. I mean, you guys know our other. I mean, it's a good balance. So, I'm pretty much enjoying where I am right now in terms of.
You're also an influencer.
Yeah.
Great line of question.
Yeah.
So,
An influencer.
Nakita ko na yung smile ni Andy. Parang may tatanong siya na.
No, I feel like you would make a really good influencer though, because you're a stylist, and you know how there's so many local brands that are coming out now that you just have to support, diba? Because they're so cute and they make quality things.
Yeah.
Right.
So what is the retail scene looking like in the Philippines?
Well, to be honest, in terms of what fashion, retail?
Yeah.
For kids or for us?
Diba?
Well, you can do both.
It's different. No, but I actually, if we're gonna talk about being a mom, diba? And we're talking about kids. I'm very much happy with the influx of brands coming in.
Yeah. More choices.
And most especially the local ones. We have really good brands right now that we can trust already. I think I remember Liana's time, my daughter's time, 6 years ago. It was really hard. I would ask my tita baby, who was a flight purser for PAL, to like really hoard stuff from the States for me. Kasi, well, the perks of being a stylist is I already can gauge the size of like, I can look already know what's good or parang what size to get in the future, ganyan. So, I can pre-plan or pre-style my daughter's stuff na. So, I tell her to buy my stuff in the States.
Yeah.
And that time, I think, there weren't those bazaars yet. There weren't those expos.
Those fairs, right?
Diba? Like, now, we have Momzilla. That's happening this weekend.
That's right.
And it's a one-stop shop. And like Mommy Mundo, where you just go there and you discover these brands.
A lot of local,
and you meet these moms.
Exactly.
Right?
Mompreneurs.
Yeah, that you know the reason why they built this is because they want some stuff for their kids. So it's tried and tested. It's quality pieces.
Yeah.
And it's something that we can be proud of. Like this is what I buy to my friends that I give from the States, or I really give them local stuff, like local brands.
That's nice.
Yeah, because it's something that we can really push. Like, and cloth-wise, quality-wise, it's good for our kids also. It's not like, I remember Nicole Hernandez de Los Angeles. She's one of my best friends. That girl is really, if she can do quality control and everything, she will. So she was telling me, don't use this kasi this is Makati for the baby, ganyan. She was one of like my mommy friends talaga who helped me out. She told me talaga what brands were harder. Syempre what's really matigas at the body of the child. So now we have parang less of that kasi I think even the retailers are more conscious
already.
Yeah, and I hope that we continue to work on a more sustainable kind of fashion.
Yes,
because we think of it that way. Like there's so many ways to keep it up in a more sustainable way. So,
yeah,
I love it. It's really nice because we have plenty of options and. Let's admit, like, parang even if I don't get to style 100% now with work, I get to style my kids.
So I know, parang, that's so fun.
So you're still fulfilled in a way.
I still am, but I think at this point, my kids don't want me to style them na.
No!
Oh my gosh, they have their own thing. I think it's already that stage my daughter knows what she wants to wear, what colors. I think Andy can relate.
Yes.
I see you, Olivia.
I don't know if you saw my story yesterday, but I said, I'm going to the bank. I'm going to get milk tea.
Okay.
Do you want to come with me? So she goes, okay, Mom. So she dressed up super like a Korean pop star. Like, she had a unicorn, she had a
Okay.
colorful jacket,
Okay.
she had like a Chanel inspired bag with
Okay.
boots, and
Okay.
like, brand crazy style. And I'm
Yeah.
like, we're going to the bank, huh? She goes like, yeah. I'm like, there's
ganda na
nothing in your
sila.
bag. Like, she knows what she wants. And we kind of argue already because she always wants to wear a skirt in school.
You told me about this.
So
yeah.
I said, okay, we're going to make a schedule. MWF, you wear a skirt.
Yeah.
Okay? Any of your choice, but Tuesday, Thursday, you have to wear pants.
Compromise.
Yeah. No, because I want to teach her also that,
the
I mean,
pants are
it's
cool.
school. Yeah, pants are cool, diba? And you play in school and you
Right.
sit down,
Yeah. Oh,
right?
I see.
So anyway.
Wow. So there
yeah.
is that fine line where you
Yeah.
you fix them up and then all of a sudden you
Right.
just don't anymore.
Yeah, you don't.
More. As in, your career ends at a certain age.
Motherhood
And
career.
even when you
Yeah.
shop, right?
No
They know
more.
what they want. Yeah.
I think it's easier for boys.
It's easier
so with
for
the
boys.
boys, just give them a shirt and you're
Yeah.
good to go.
Yeah.
But when you have a girl, when Dan grows up,
Yeah.
good luck.
Parang hindi masyado. Right now she wears her brother's hand-me-downs. So she's
Okay.
very boyish.
Yeah, but she's only one.
No, yeah.
Watch out.
My mom is always getting
Wait
mad at me
lang,
because
no.
she's always
Wait
in
lang.
like shorts and diaper. Sando and diaper.
That's a comfy age ba? Yeah, you can put anything on
Na
her and
okay
she won't,
lang.
yeah, she won't
Yeah.
complain. Take advantage.
So how is it, Bianca? Has your style changed
Oh,
that
yeah.
now that you're a mom? Is it more like what? Comfort over style?
Minimalist.
Yeah,
You know,
minimalist.
the
How
funny
is it?
thing, my other best friend, Kali Misa, and I had this parang vlog. She has a YouTube account,
Yeah.
diba? So we recently I guested in her vlog, and
You rated her clothes. I saw
it's-
this.
Yeah, the two
Isa
of
ka
us.
man?
Parang
Yeah.
I don't know, she unearthed pictures.
Okay.
And like parang, so we went through it and realized that parang, it wasn't so bad. It wasn't like, because we were looking at other outfits naman. We're pretty much on the safer side pa rin. But I realized that, in terms of style evolution, it's really changed talaga. And being part of fashion, diba? Part of the magazine industry where, events are always like on a daily basis.
Yeah.
You have to be dressed and you
Yeah.
have to be ready anytime. I can totally say that my style has changed tremendously. And for one, I think it's because for practicality's sake. It has to be like very comfy enough for me to move in, especially when I have my kids with me. And yeah, but actually I remember pa when I was breastfeeding, parang I had a button down face. It was all polo lang and button
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
And they were like, a corporate mo, or like parang, are you going for this corporate chic look? I was still in shock nun. Parang, bakit parang you're more like streamlined na? But before, kasi of course in shock, when I was the fashion editor then, I would really do the trends, diba? But the thing is, they didn't know it was for practical reasons.
Yes.
When you pump on button it
Yeah.
lang, and it's easy access, diba? I wasn't kasi I didn't really invest on any breastfeeding outfits. I made, I think it was also style. I still thought
There
of
was
the idea.
not a lot of stylish tops or
Yes,
dresses before.
Oh my
also.
gosh, none at all. I think my
None.
time, the first few, or if there were, it was really expensive.
Yes.
And I figured, oh my gosh, would I buy this for this amount and I wouldn't get to wear it over and over kasi mahalata naman, diba?
Yeah.
So I had to make do with my wardrobe. I mean, I'm still...
It's practical.
Yes. Parang it came out that way also na parang the mom in me, the practical mom in me was also coming out in the sense that I had to fix and make sure that my style wasn't like really like parang nagpapabaya ako. But it was still practical and it was still presentable in a way.
So how's your closet?
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
now that you're a mom, I mean, I'm sure when you
Right.
were a fashion stylist and you were still styling, your closet must have been like huge.
Actually, I think it's because when I got married to Raul, I really had to edit clothes. Because when we lived together, wala na, diba? I had to share my closet.
Yeah.
And it came to a point that I lived in boxes. Kasi he occupied the cabinets na in my room. Parang gano'n. First few months, I think, we were in my room. Wala na, naka-box na yung mga stuff ko. So, actually, the funny thing, especially on my Instagram, like parang people would say nga, I want to read your closet, I want to see your stuff, ganyan. Why do you always have these good tops, ganyan? Where do you
Pieces,
find
yeah.
it? Ganyan. But the funny thing, I think what I really just have right now is parang I edit or I try to wear them well in a way na parang it's more effective, it's more efficient. Parang I have a system already. So, believe it or not, I don't have like a full wardrobe, a full closet that you walk in and you know what you see in the movies. It's not really like that. I also have to consider my kids, the budget at home. I can't you
can't be spending for all these things.
No,
right?
not any. Like before, I think it was like, okay, I feel I'm so tired, I can buy this bag. Now I have to think twice about it. But yeah, more of my stuff. I love sales. That's a big thing for me when I know it's sale and or something online is happening. Then buy world. So I really just look for nice.
Did you
pieces.
buy the 999?
No, I did not. Oh, you did?
Me too.
Oh
I bought something. Yeah, that's you.
Wow.
Goodbye. Actually.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
So you're not that kind of mom because a lot of moms also are more like they go for sales, but there's a percentage of mom that go for you know what? I want to
invest,
be minimalist.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to have certain pieces and quality.
The one that surprised me was Patty.
Right.
Patty Laurel.
Right. Yeah.
She is also very stylish, but her closet is not what you expect it to be. Yeah. Right?
We were actually
empty.
all surprised. You know the baby barangay. We're
going to talk about that also. Yeah. Sige, go.
That was the time when she already posted that on her Instagram, and we were like, Patty, oh my gosh, we thought we knew you already.
Yeah. And you didn't know that about her.
Well, with Patty, with the girls, with the baby barangay, I know their styles already. So I know that Patty is a good mix of color blocking and really happy colors like that.
Yes.
So you would see her talaga, parang play it up. But I never guessed that was what's just in her closet.
Yeah.
How big is it? I don't know.
No, it's not. It's not how big it is. It's how
I think it's more of
empty,
an efficient closet talaga. Na she can just I'll reuse this.
Here,
I'll take it. She has 2 pairs of boots. Parang ganun lang.
And I love how
So
she
travels.
admits that she borrows.
Yes.
She borrows for shoots, important things where she knows she's only gonna wear it once.
Right.
She'll just borrow. And I was like, galing ah.
Yeah.
What a
and
strategy.
it's so space saving.
It is. It really
Super.
is. Let me look for that for you. But yeah, it's at Patty Laurel. So this baby barangay, we've already talked about Nicole, Kelly, Patty. How did you guys start?
Oh wow. Would you believe that at least in our lifetime as moms, we were pregnant at the same time? We were literally batch. We had batch babies talaga.
Okay.
Our firstborns are of the same age.
Okay.
And then our second ones naman same batch also.
Wow.
Wild. And then, basically we have the newest, Patty's daughter. She's like the princess. Wala na siyang kabatch. So wala na gusto mag-baby.
Ayaw na. So collectively, you have...
We're 5. 5 girls. And almost, except for Kelly, we have 2 each. Yeah, it's Kelly who has Tristan. Only son.
How did you guys start? How did you start?
How did this happen?
Were you all friends already?
Yes. Kelly, Nicole, and I have been best friends since college. So I've known them.
Okay.
Yeah, I've known them since then.
Okay.
And then with Kat and Patty, kasi since they used to be also editors for Kat Ledesma. Kat 1 Ledesma was a beauty editor actually for Metro magazine before. Well, Patty, we all know Patty from being a courtside reporter.
That's right.
She also was a Kapamilya.
She also
had shows, and she's a blogger. She's very known for that. But the thing is, I think we were all moms in the South. And it was just also a thing that parang... And we'd see each other at work. So, it was just parang we realized na... I think it was Kelly and I that time. We were pregnant and said, parang, hey, do you know that Patty's also pregnant?
Yeah.
You know what? Why don't we just form a group that... we can just, whatever, talk about anything or anything that we're feeling being pregnant and big. And,
I think that's how community also comes in, how it's so important.
Super.
Right?
Especially for moms. It helps.
Because
it helps talaga.
A lot of us sometimes want to isolate ourselves. Right?
Because
And
we think nobody else understands. And you don't want to burden people with your problems.
And parang you just want to be alone. Because like it's so overwhelming sometimes, especially if you're a new mom and you just gave birth, and you know sometimes
you're up at night,
you're up at night, and you have no one to message. That's why these groups are on like WhatsApp or Viber or even big groups like on Facebook. I mean, these groups really help a lot.
You know, the funny thing, I had a friend on Instagram. Well, I don't really know her, but she messaged me because I would actually just send in Instagram story some quotes about motherhood like that.
Okay.
I guess she resonated on it that you really don't have time to think of yourself, but you think of yourself and your family, like and she was like, you know, I've been doing this whole motherhood thing for like 30-40 years, I think.
Yeah.
And it's really hard, especially losing myself because I never took care of myself because I have to look after my husband and my kids. And it's only now that Instagram has this quotes that help you. So it really helps, I think. Even Instagram as a community for moms. Lalo na if you're just aimlessly, you know,
spreading love.
Yeah. That's why parang it helps even if you're like seasoned mom or a first-time mom. As long as you see some mom, you know, just pouring their heart out or showing, you know.
It helps.
Yeah.
And I think we get that a lot whenever we do this show. It's that people just keep loving and spreading love and just being really positive.
Right.
And I think we all need that.
Yeah, and I think listening to moms as well complain, whether whether you're complaining or you know that person is also dealing with the same thing as you. Sometimes you're already parang comforted knowing that.
That's
true. Right, true. That's true. It's 11:34. Somebody
lalim na naman na.
somebody on
Like our
Twitter.
direction.
Somebody on Twitter.
We're gonna tear up in a bit.
We have a question for Bianca.
Okay.
What are the good brands locally that you can vouch for? If you can recommend any, they want to support mompreneurs and local businesses. Let's start with kids.
Oh, I love Little Luli.
Love Little Luli.
Super love Little Luli. Ginger Snaps. Ginger Snaps is a no-fail brand.
Is that
And it's local.
It's local.
Yes, it's local. Yes.
Galing,
no.
no?
Alam mo, Ginger Snaps, if Jamie Lasista is still listening, black hole. You enter there, you will spend.
Oh my gosh, crazy.
You will spend.
For sure. Wala. We don't really have no choice. I would go enter Ginger Snaps and sometimes feel so bad that they don't have it in my size. Ganon.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Parang,
I agree.
when you think na parang, oh, this is cute, I want it for myself. Paano? Diba? Like,
hindi pwede.
Do you notice that you spend more for your kids than for yourself?
Super.
Yeah.
Right now, I think most of the budget really goes to them when you become a mom.
It's so
And
much
parang,
better.
Like, when I scroll through Instagram, I'm like, hey, this bag's so nice, but no, it's okay. Or
But
like,
hey,
this
this
shoes
dress is better.
So nice.
Diba?
Yeah.
Parang ganon for...
Yeah, and then you're just like, it's okay. I'll just like,
No,
just
wala
buy
talaga.
diapers, or I'll just buy like she doesn't have like enough leggings, or you know, like
just spend for the
things
kids.
like that.
You know, actually, for our kids, I think they have enough. But for us moms, we think
yes.
they don't have enough.
Yeah.
But the thing is, well, the good thing about us moms right now is we're very conscious about these things. See, I love the question of the one who asked about. Parang they want to support the brands.
Yes.
They want to know more about these brands because, number one, it's good for their kids. They dress up really well. You see how... I mean, that's, you know, you feel good also when your kids look good.
Yeah.
Parang ganun.
So those are the kid brands. How about for adults?
For adults.
Or other brands?
What do we want? What do we
Well,
want?
you have Coral swimwear.
I'm not even kidding. Not because you're
I'm
my
a big
friend,
fan.
Andy, but I super love the
Galing.
fit. Talaga
Yeah.
wild. Kahit
Ibang
kumain
klase.
ako.
Diba?
Yeah.
It's really made for that bulge.
Forgiving
It's
siya.
forgiving, yeah.
I love Coral
It's
swimwear.
the best.
Right?
No, but
I
I
love
really,
Coral
really do
swimwear.
love Coral.
No, but we really should support local because there's a
Yeah.
lot of good local
There's a lot,
clothing
yeah.
or...
So for
Yeah.
the first episode of season 5, we had Risa Manangkiltrillo
Right.
on the show, and she's the queen of happy skin, right?
Of course.
And we were talking all about how local brands have been just pushing their way into mainstream, and everybody's like, "Ooh,
Right.
this is local." Like it has now become.
There's a pride in it.
Yeah, it's now become a big thing, and this is
Right.
really great for the fashion industry here, is because you have more people wearing locally made things.
Right.
I think that's really what a time to be alive.
Super.
Right?
Actually, almost all my pairs of shoes right now are local because they're really good. I mean,
galing no, galing na.
Galing. I can tell you guys on my Instagram story. I'll pull it out. I'll pull out some of my favorites if you guys want. But there's so much talaga. And you're right. Parang what a time to be alive and dress up.
Yes.
And feel good as a mom. Because we also...
And feel good as a mom.
We need to dress up.
We do.
We owe it to ourselves as well.
And don't forsake your feet, you guys. Soul Academy, Titan, Soul Mini. They're all local. So support local. It's 11:38. Thank you very much, Carla Trillo.
Also, you should support furniture.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
No, because since we're talking about local, right? You should support.
Excited ako
dyan.
dyan.
Okay, can I just talk about this? Sorry, I have to plug. Okay,
Don't be sorry.
So I'm doing a small.
So
I'm doing.
for that.
I can't say small, but I'm gonna do a big collab with a brand, NC Room. So we're making children's furniture. So this is all made in the Philippines. So it's super exciting, and it's launching on October. So I'll just give you more details. But something to really look forward to and to support, diba?
Yeah.
Of course.
Because it's so hard to find kiddie furniture nowadays. Diba? You don't want to go to you don't want to ship from other countries.
It's hard,
yeah. So now at least it's more accessible to everybody.
Congrats, Andy. Mompreneur.
Mompreneur. Influencer, mompreneur.
It's 11:39.
We wear a lot of hats.
11:39. Bianca, again, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, guys.
We enjoyed your company. We enjoyed talking to you. They can catch you online, yes?
Yes, of course.
It is at
Bianca S. Santiago.
Bianca S. Santiago. Thank
Di pa
you very
Reynoso
much.
dun.
Bakit kaya?
I don't know. I think I had it before.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a Reyes too. You too,
Oh,
right?
Tanong ka
It's just a
dyan.
username. It's just a username.
It's a username. It's
Yeah,
okay.
but our real names are under.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Hi to our husbands. Everything is online. It's on Facebook.com/Magic89.9 and Facebook.com/TheMotherShowPH.
Yes, it is. Bianca, you want to say hi to anyone?
Yes, I want to say hi to my son, Wano.
Wano!
Hi! How was school, babe? I'll see you later with Ate.
Cutie.
Wait, me also. I want to say hi.
Oh, you go say hi.
Hi, Amelia.
Get well soon, Amelia.
Get well soon.
Don't feel better.
Yeah, saying hi to Sophia also, my sister who's listening.
Hello. Hey, again, if you have a cold or a
Wait, I'm gonna
cough-
say hi to my driver also. Hi, Kuya Mike, and hi, Yaya Gigi. Why?
I want kaya?
Sige, go.
No, nobody's listening. that I love. Hi guys, thank you for listening.
Yeah.
So again, Bianca, thank you so much for joining us
Thanks for
today.
having me, guys. It was so much fun.
What an interesting topic,
It
no?
was-
From marriage to styling to
I was actually
infidelity.
ready to answer the organizing your life thing.
Okay, why don't you answer it?
Sorry. Okay lang, next time.
Saka na lang.
Uber wine na lang, guys.
I know.
Saying hi to Kuya Mikey Reyes, one of the best.
Oh, hi, Doc Mikey.
Doc Mikey. Doc Mikey.
You're the best, Doc.
And once again, Martin says hi at the Bianca.
Oh my gosh, Mart. Hi, Kuya Martin.
Hi, Kuya Martin. So thank you. I think more of Friday Madness is coming up next. Gino is, he'll be here in a little bit. But yeah, you guys can send him your requests already. It's at Gino Boy on Twitter.
Yes, and for next episode, we'll update you all on the Mother Show PH. All the guests and everything else we post there. So it's going to be, it gets more interesting, right?
Yep, all the time.
Every
And
episode.
We appreciate all of the emails that have been coming in. Again, if your email has been chosen for that specific episode, like M's was this week, you walk away with 2,500 pesos worth of shopping credits to Kidoozy, the best online store for kids.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Love Kidoozy.
And then at the end of this season, we're gonna be raffling off 10,000 pesos worth of shopping credits from Kidoozy.
Gosh.
So,
And
to
it's
that one
almost
lucky
Christmas,
emailer. I
so
know!
it's so perfect.
How do we join?
You just have to email, guys. Send us a letter, send us whatever to themothershow@gmail.com.
I have a question. When are you guys putting up your Christmas
I was
tree?
just about to ask.
Yeah.
I was actually supposed to already since we
No
were unpacking
way.
and my
Okay.
stuff is outside.
Might as
Wow.
well. Might as well. Might
But
as well.
No, I kept it inside the storage again. So maybe in
Wow.
November. We actually put it up usually when it's near my mom's birthday. It's been a
that's
tradition.
nice.
So November.
Yeah,
November-ish.
How about you, Ricky?
Should I start?
Go for it.
Talaga?
Do you feel Christmas
Christmassy?
already? Yeah.
Wala pa.
But you know what? We should start shopping already for it. It's so hard. I mean, like, just filling in your Christmas list. Especially your kids go to school pa.
But that's where online shopping comes in.
The best. It's the
Let's
best.
go. Yeah, let's wait for the sales, actually.
Be a Christmas topic in the coming episodes.
Yeah, we'll do
of the
something.
show.
Yeah.
We'll try. Anyway, so that's it for us. Carry on with your Friday. My name is Ricky.
I'm Andy.
And Bianca is Bianca.
Yes.
Yes, Bianca.
Thanks, guys.
So
Super.
thank you.
We've got that mommy magic. The Mother Show on Magic 89.9.